In this video, we're going to discuss a question that most makers have asked themselves. What's more important? Learning a new skill by taking on a new and challenging project, or getting paid a compensation you know a product can be sold for? There may come a time in your woodworking journey where you've developed your skill set to a point of feeling pretty confident in all your builds. And as a custom furniture maker, you're probably going to get asked to make something you've never done before. This project was another commission from Danny California Interiors, and she asked me if I could make this table right here. When I saw the design, I really liked it, and I wanted to attempt it. But two things came to mind. How was I going to build this, because I had never done anything like this before? And how was I going to price it? Not sure if she found it through a Pinterest board, a random Google search, or even through the original builder, but I popped the image into Google Lens, and it led me to multiple websites where this table was being sold. I was confident in my skills to say, if someone else can build it, I can probably build it too and figure it out. And for the pricing, there was some negotiation with the interior designer that took place, but we finally came to a price that we could both agree on, and I'll reveal what I charged for it at the end of this video. So first, let's talk a bit about the value of learning a new skill. Personally, one of my biggest drives and motivators is to challenge myself with more and more difficult projects. Because once you complete it, there's a great thrill and satisfaction that you get knowing how hard it was to get to that finish line. The sense of pride you get from taking a step back and looking at your finished project is almost euphoric and highly addicting. And in the process of making mistakes along the way, a new layer of confidence and resilience is obtained. From a business perspective, acquiring a new skill can improve marketability by adding something fresh to your portfolio, opening up new opportunities for more work. It also shows an advancement in your skill set, which can provide the customer with more trust in doing business with you. And last, it can help you discover a new niche that you didn't even consider. But like with anything, it comes at a cost. And that cost is time. So now let's talk about compensation. It's obvious if you're trying to build something with the intention of selling it, you ultimately will have to figure out how to price it. Now, I'm not going to go into full depth of how to calculate this, because I found that everyone kind of has their own formula, and it could range from something real simple like materials plus a little extra for mistakes, added to the estimated time you think the piece is going to take multiplied by the hourly wage, or something like this formula from the YouTube channel Cutting It Close. It's a bit more complex, but definitely more accurate. He even factors in how much time people randomly scroll on their phone. Personally, I've only used a formula more like the simple one, but I can say that I've tweaked the numbers over the years and have raised my costs to include overhead like rent and utilities. In the beginning, I was pricing my products and services really low and took just about any random job that would come my way. My prices were just enough to cover materials and maybe a little bit of my time. And I did this because I knew I was just starting out and needed to develop my skill set and add to my portfolio. So I was okay with not getting paid a great rate. And at the time, I really had this thirst for knowledge and creativity. So just to be able to build something and create was enough. And eventually, I was able to raise my prices as I got better and more confident. But this did not come easy. There's definitely a psychology connected to pricing your products. As someone who struggled with measuring my own self-worth, you might relate to the emotion of feeling like you're not good enough to charge a high price, or say something like, no one would pay that much for something I made. So there could be a lot of negative self-talk that can get in the way of how you price your work. On one hand, pricing low can attract new customers and increase sales. But pricing too low and undervaluing your time and effort can lead to burnout and frustration. It also lowers your profit margin, which can cause financial stress in the business and also kill any kind of creativity in the long run. On the other hand, Having high prices can reflect the quality of your work and the time you put in, maybe giving you more confidence in your business and also keeping the market standards high for other woodworkers. But it can deter potential clients that just can't afford it, thus really diminishing your total number of sales. So how do we find balance? How do we balance learning a new skill and investing for future returns over immediate compensation? When do we know it's time to shift gears from building products that are selling and we're comfortable making to challenging ourselves and making something out of our comfort zone and further developing our craft? Is it a hybrid approach? Maybe we can take on a new and challenging project at a lower payout, but still have like our signature projects firmly priced at an appropriate rate. This way, we can still advance our skills but keep the core of the business thriving. In the end, it's a personal choice. I encourage you to reflect on your journey as a woodworker. What do you prioritize in your craft? Are you wanting to learn and grow your skills? Or are you just needing to get paid to keep your business above water? Let me know in the comments. I charged $5,000 for this table, and honestly, I have mixed feelings about it. Did I charge enough? If you just ran the numbers and the amount of time I had to put in, and considered my business was struggling to keep the lights on, it really wasn't enough. But how do you put a price on a build experience that I truly loved and in the end made me a better woodworker? Till next time, thanks for watching.